Hey everybody, Anthony here. Good day to you. It is Monday, November 25th, 2024, and I'm at the camper bringing you this video at about 12:35 p.m. on this beautiful day here. And we've had some pretty good weather. It's been getting down into the low to mid 30s. I think this morning it was like 35. Now it's beautiful out. It's got to be probably in the low 60s. Very nice, sunny, little breeze. Took the doggies out with me today. Teddy and Charlotte are here with me, and we're hanging out at the camper, just doing a couple things. Did some errands this morning. I worked out in the home gym, and planning some more prepping videos that I want to do this Thanksgiving week. You know, people will be traveling and having people over. I know my neighbor, I saw him when I was getting in the van, and he said, "Do you have any folding chairs?" And I said, I might have a few. Let me double check. And he said he's having like 15 people over. So people are traveling, people are entertaining, people are cooking, people are out shopping. My wife and I went out shopping yesterday, Sunday, for some stuff. It's just going to be her and I. And I think my daughter's coming with the grandkids, Lincoln and Liam, the twins. So I'm looking forward to that. But so over the weekend, I watched a few which I think are very important videos. And I'm going to link these channels in this video so you can watch them for yourself, get the updates, and then decide if you want to take action or what. This has to do with primarily with Western North Carolina, but we know that people in Georgia, Western North Carolina, maybe Kentucky, Florida, parts of Florida, basically have been abandoned by FEMA and any government assistance. So that's a given, especially in Western North Carolina. In fact, I just can't understand how the Governor Roy Cooper, he calls himself a governor, is not up in those mountains with a team assessing, directing efforts, calling on the federal government, asking for more help and assistance, that there are people literally, they're living in tents, and the videos I'm going to link or talk to you about in a second talk about this in depth because they are from this area and they are taking action to bring the people that are suffering right now as I speak. So I'm sitting in my camper, nice and cozy, and looking out the window. There's people living in tents with their families, husbands, wives, children. It's in the 20s in the mountains in some areas, snowing, wind blowing like crazy. The situation is dire, and these guys explain it, especially the Deep River Farm. Deep River Farm, he has a series of videos. You can go back. I watched like 3 or 4 of them, of updates that he's giving and information specific to the people suffering, and also information specific to who is helping. And there's a network up there that he gives you in the links, and I'll supply them as well. One of them is, it seems to me like the main one that they talked about is from this Bethel Wesleyan church and Pastor Tim Clark. That's who I sent my donation of Buddy Heaters to over the weekend. I'll talk more about that in a second. Why he's important in his network is because they have developed, since the storm, which was beginning of October, somewhere, they've developed a network of outreach, if you will, that is staging, collecting, and then distributing supplies with people that know back routes, if a bridge is out or roads were washed out, the people that they use are from this area. They know how every shortcut, every other way other than, maybe where the bridge was out. They know 2 or 3 other ways to get to the people that are up in that section of wherever it is. And this is all throughout a vast area of land that was hit. And so I'm going to do more videos, and I plan on going out there myself to put eyes on it myself and hopefully meet with either Pastor Tim or the gentleman from the Appalachian Navy. I think his name is Bud. That's another channel, the Appalachian Navy channel. I'll link that as well. He's on the ground giving direct updates, and he's going a step further where he's going and taking people that are in this area and letting them talk. Hey, what are you doing in your area? What's going on? And he interviews people, and they're either suffering themselves or know people that were suffering, and these people are now serving. There's one lady I watched. She was spared, I think, survived the storm or whatever. And from providing like a hot meal to somebody out of the trunk of her car, today, right now, or the last couple of weeks, she cooks between 200 and 300 meals a day. And her people are distributing those meals to people. From one meal to 300 meals this girl is doing. I mean, that is amazing to me. I was literally in tears over the weekend just thinking about this. And another channel is the Appalachian Channel with John Ward. He interviews a family of 3 or 4 kids, husband and wife. House has to be demolished. They've set up a GoFundMe page for the family. They're living in a tent. He interviews, or they film this family. The husband can't talk. He's mostly so upset he can't even talk. The wife talks a little bit. And he lost his job, lost his vehicle, was buried in the mud. The house, their trailer or the house has to be torn down and rebuilt, and they're living in a tent. People are bringing them meals. They're surviving because people are helping them. And so I'm going to plan on donating to him directly, to that family directly, through the link from the Appalachian Channel with John Ward. There's a GoFundMe link. So those 3 channels I'll link: Appalachian Navy, Deep River Farm, and the Appalachian Channel with John Ward. I'll also include the Bethel Wesleyan Church and all the other links where you could just send. I sent over the weekend buddy heaters and the lines. They're asking for the actual heater, and then I sent a 12-foot hose that hooks to the buddy heater and then hooks to a 20-pound propane cylinder, because they need the bigger propane cylinders, not just the little green ones. They need the bigger 20-pound cylinders to run the heater longer in a tent or in an environment where you need it to be going all the time. The little 1-pounds run out too quick. Other people are donating 20-pound tanks. I heard of one guy that donated like 50 20-pound tanks. He's bringing them up there this week. And the nice thing about it is, whether you send it or bring it yourself, I sent mine via Amazon directly to the Wesleyan Church. They arrived there today, so they got my first delivery today. The only thing I forgot to send was there's a little filter attachment that you should, if you're using a hose with the buddy heater, some of the hoses can clog the gas line, because they generate some type of oil, I think it is. So there's a little filter. It's like $10. You screw it on. It screws onto the buddy heater, and then the hose screws onto that. So I'm going to go on today and send them a couple of those filters as well, because that's important. So if you send the buddy heater with the hose, make sure it has the filter, or send the filter with it. It's like $10 on Amazon. And I ordered mine on Saturday night, and they arrived this morning to Pastor Tim at Bethel Wesleyan Church. So what he has done, and I'll end this video here, what he has done, this Pastor Tim and others that are partnered with him, they've developed a network. So you don't have to, I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I don't have to go out and find people and how do I get something to somebody in the middle of the mountains? I don't know how to get there, or there's no address they have. There's no mailing address for them. They're living in a tent. They barely probably have power. They're just, people are bringing them meals, bringing them water. So Pastor Tim and his crew have that network. And so whatever I send, I know is going to the people directly, whether it's money or whether it's supplies that these people need desperately. I'm talking life-saving supplies. This is not over. This is only just beginning for these people. The winter is here. It's upon us. People are still dying. They're still finding bodies buried in the mud. There's the gentleman from Deep River Farm gives some really graphic descriptions of some of the diseases and the things that are going around in these areas where the water and the mud is so contaminated with pollutants, whether it's sludge, fecal matter, chemicals, whatever. It's killing animals, horses, dogs, cats, etc. But what it's doing is, if people are washing their face, say, with water that's contaminated, they're getting this disease, and the hospitals are finding this out. And he tells you what it is. It's some kind of ocular disease. It gets inside your eye socket and literally can kill you, number one. Number two, to save the people that already have it, they're having to take their eyeball out to save the other one. I mean, this is a plague beyond comprehension, that you could say, I wash my face with water, thinking that it's clean, and I get some kind of parasite in my head, in my eyeball, in my eye socket, and get some type of bacteria in there, and it literally is going to kill me if they don't remove my eye, or if they catch it really soon, maybe they could fix it with antibiotics and other types of medicines and stuff. But I mean, it really, really, really hits my heart hard. And I plan on working diligently with these people. I plan on contacting the Appalachian Navy, and I want to meet with them and go on one of the missions with them, or a tour to see for myself. And I want to get a little more intimately involved and put my eyes on some things. I always work better after I have my eyes on things and meet some people face to face. And then I'm going to do more in the weeks and months following to help these people out. There's people sending campers, tents. They have a list. And if you don't want to send just donate money to these people, and they could, purchase the stuff. But it's a dire need. First and foremost, yes, we need to be praying for them. We need to be thankful for people and channels like Appalachian Navy, Deep River Farm, the Appalachian Channel with John Ward. These guys are reaching out and have reached out and created awareness, because the government is asleep at the wheel. Where's Kamala? Where's all the joy? Biden started World War III. Trump can't do anything. He's not even in office yet. He could probably do stuff, but he's preoccupied with whatever he's doing. Joe Biden, again, is starting World War III. Obama's nowhere to be found. Kamala's nowhere to be found. FEMA's nowhere to be found. They were skipping people's houses that had Trump flags or paraphernalia during the election in these areas. Where's Governor Roy Cooper? What the hell is he doing? You people in North Carolina, I'm in South Carolina, just over the border, but I did live in North Carolina for about a year. You people in North Carolina need to get on this Governor Roy Cooper and get off his frickin' high horse and start helping these people. He could do more. I don't even know if he's doing anything. I haven't heard. It's upsetting that these people have to go through this in America. If these were migrants, number one, they're getting money on a card continually. And if that was a migrant camp that was washed away, the government would be there, I guarantee you, 24/7, getting these people relocated or resettled back in. It's just how it is. And you know my channel, I don't hold any punches. I'll call it like it is. And the government's doing shit. That's what they're doing. Nothing. And these people, regular people, churches, and those affiliated with them, regular people, pastors, these are regular everyday people who have families and, problems of their own and things and work and everything. And they're helping people in these areas. Brother helping brother, sister helping sister. The way it should be. So I just want to bring more awareness to this. That's why I did this video. Went on almost 17 minutes now, 16 and a half minutes. But I'm going to put the links. Please, if you can, if you can't donate or whatever, I know people are struggling. I'm no foreigner to struggling, believe me. But he provides for me. What he provides for me, I could give to somebody else and help them. If I got extra money that came in, I'll donate it to them. I'll give money that I was going to spend on something else to them. I'll find a way. And then I'll create awareness. I have a platform, a little bit of a platform at least, on my channels. And I want to create awareness. And so maybe others can help. And before you know it, rather than just say one person, now there's 10 people. Maybe that see my video. And now there's 10 people helping Pastor Tim send. If each one of us sent a buddy heater and a hose, that's 10 buddy heaters and hoses that could help 10 families living in tents to stay alive this winter and not die and freeze to death. And they're afraid to come forward because they're afraid of getting their kids taken away. That's another thing I won't even go into yet. He goes into it on Deep River Farm. He goes into it in detail. So thank you for watching this video. Please, please, if you find it in your heart to help these people, please do. Send a donation. Of course, pray for them. We'll lift them up in prayer. I may just have a separate video where we just pray. We just pray and petition Yahuwah for his guidance in this, his help, his power, his strength to deliver these people out of the bondage that they're in from this disaster. Anthony signing off. Stay ready. Blessings to all. Yah bless. Take care.